You can see all the boot marks of people walking up here. Deep indentations in the grass. Probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people walk up these tracks to do this walk. But yeah, I had watched several videos made by the taxi driver and Janice's partner in crime, if you like. She was the map reader, and John, the guy, was the one who was talking on the video, pointing at what we're looking at and filming and giving directions. So he was the talker, she was the map reader. So, you know, like, when you've been with your partner for that long and they pass away, it's really hard and it's well sad as well. Because obviously when you become the dynamic duo, like Batman and Robin, Batman by himself is just not the same, if you know what I mean. And so I wonder how many thousands of people come along here and use these footsteps that I'm using before me. Right, so that's your next marker post. I'm past it now. Now I've got a bit of height now, so I'll try and turn round. Yeah, so basically looking back at that farm now, it's on a bit of an angle, and you look through the gates between the house and the outbuilding. But it's hard to see around the corner to see where I've come over from across the field now, because I'm further out the right. But over that way is where you stop on the road to go and see Cotter Force waterfall. Right, so I'm going to go up to this finger post now. There was loads of sheep here, and when I was taking pictures of the red berries on these trees, there was hundreds of rabbits underneath the tree. Now I'm just wondering why there's a second path going that way. Is it easier to get the wall and go up right back to the climb over ladder, or is it just this is easier to get up and then go left to get to the climb over ladder? Not sure, but I'm sure me and Jimmy clambered up that way and went past that little tree when we came here. But no matter, as long as I get to the top now, next to the wall, because you've got to go over the wall or through the wall anyway, no matter which way you approach it. So 1 foot in front of the other, just keep climbing. Oh, wind's trying to blow us back down. And my legs are starting to pulsate now at the back, because I'm using a lot of power to push myself up here. But the climb over ladder is just there to the left. And I think what happened was, we climbed up the top of the ladder and I turned around and I was taking pictures back down there, because obviously you're quite high up here now. Right, let's just turn around again. Right, so as you can see, I'm at the right hand side now where I look directly into that farm. The 3 or 4 buildings along a string. Well, like I say, I can't see the, well, I can see a bit of the grass track that I've come over because I can see the flooded puddles that I had to wade through, whereas they're further down to the left. Sounds like it's a bit of a stream run through here, which wouldn't surprise us because there's a steep bank and all the rain runs back downhill. Right. Sometimes I'm going to have to lean over and keep a hold for to get up these steep bits successfully without getting blown back. Right, and then I'll stand up again when I'm on the flat. Well, I think this is definitely the way you're supposed to come up, because you can see the pathway cut through there now, going bending up the left. Right. Right, let me make sure my camera's right. Now, did I climb over this ladder or did I go through the metal gate? Well, it's there for a reason, so I might have to climb over. But like I say, when you climb over, you're on top of the ladder and you've got higher viewpoint back down again. There's definitely water trickling down here. You can hear it. It's going down there underneath this grass tufts. It's just underneath where I'm standing. Small trickle. So when we got to this bit, there was all sheep around here eating. I remember walking through them, and obviously Corn was looking at them, but like I say, because I had him so well trained, he didn't bother at all. I think what it is, instead of going through the gate because you're on the wrong side of the wall, you've got to climb over the ladder, so like on the correct side of the wall for going to the top now. Just looking at it anyway. Well, that's my take on it anyway. But there's definitely, Jimmy must have taken a picture of me from back there, and I'm just about to start to climb over this. And like I say, I've got my light blue coloured sweatshirt on and my green hiking trousers and my leg gaiters. And obviously this is why I didn't want to bring Bay, because I wouldn't be able to lift him to get him up here, and it would be difficult for him to actually put his paws on the rungs to get up to the top here to jump over the other side. Okay, so there's your little round disc on the top as well. This is where I've got no left hand to get a hold of the post as well. To make, get the foot up, that's it. Something about the dogs on this finger post just down here. Right, let's look back down. Well, you can see the tractor that came along, and you can see a car going along the main road there, back down. You can see the glint of the windows when they're coming around over the Appleseed bridges to come along on the A6 to 84 main road there. Right. I'm just taking my time dropping down because, like I say, I've got nothing to hold on with my left hand. Right. So each rung as it comes. That's it, I'm on the bottom. Right, your dog can scare or harm farm animals. Keep it on a lead around if chased by livestock, but let go if chased by cattle. Right. I think if I remember, right, this is one of the steep parts where you're buggered by the time you get to the top. So when I get to the top ridge, I'll turn around again and point my camera back this way. I'm just looking to see that was a track going off around there. If you came through that metal gate, I'm just looking to see what's on the other side here. But if you made a mistake after coming through the gate there and you realise that you're on the wrong side of the wall, you can open this gate by the hook here and come through on this side. Continue on your journey. Now you can see a bit of a quad track going round to the left, and you can see the track going up there, further up. Whoa, you bugger, hey. Because I'm getting higher now, the wind's picking up. Now, I did a zoom shot all the way down to those gates of between the outhouse and the first barn, and the guy was standing right in the gateway there, and that was on an angle over there. So I'm wondering if I went over there and went through the wall there. But why is there a path going up there and all up the wall? See, this is where, if I had found the video again, I would have watched the video and watched where he went, the taxi driver, because there's no finger post pointing that way. There's no post going along the track, but there's nothing pointing up that way either. This is where it gets annoying. Now, did I stand on top of the ladder and just point my camera back down and take a picture? But it just seemed like I was taking a picture on an angle. I'm just trying to look ahead to see if there's any marker posts or finger posts. But this track leading away is looks like it's well worn in. So I can either go straight up the wall, keep the wall to me right, I mean the path is going that way through this reed grass here, and you can see the path's well cut in on the other side. So logically thinking, if you go over there on an angle, I mean you'll probably still end up going up one of the walls, and you just take you further away from the Green Dragon pub, so it just takes you high up the stone road track that you've got to come back down. So on that thinking, I think it's best to go straight up there and follow this pathway up the wall. That's my common sense thinking. I could be wrong. I could be having to go over there because there's a gap in the wall over there. No matter which way I go, I've still got to go right to the top anyway and climb over the wall to get on the road track to go back down to the Green Dragon pub. So I've got to go right to the top anyway, no matter which way I go. It's still going to be a steep climb to get to the top as well. Right, so just to have it on record, people, I've come up to the climb over turnstile ladder, and there's a track goes off the left which looks like an old quad bike track, which is also a footpath, and it's going over there in that direction. to that second clump of trees to the right hand side of it. There's an opening in the wall, but there's also a path going right at the top of here, right next to the wall, and I've got a warm feeling that this is the way me and Jimmy and Con came up here to the wall. So I'm going with me gut feeling. Keep to the wall. Maybe if somebody watches my video and I upload it, they'll say, nah, you were right, you should have went off to the left instead of going up the wall. People that have done this walk in the past and remember which way they went. I'm just wondering what that bit wall is over there. It looks like it could be an old round homestead, like a sheepfold type thing. Over the wall to the left there. I just want to make note of everything that you see. It helps you remember when you look back. I mean, like I say, I'm struggling to remember any of this after 7 years, so when you've got pictures and videos, it helps a lot. Now I'm just trying to check this out now. When I get to the top of this hill at the top of the wall here, when I'm looking back down, I'm looking into that gate, and I did a hell of a zoom shot back down the farmer stand in the gateway there. So I think I've made the right decision, because I probably would have done the zoom shot from the top of this hill here just before you go over the top, because it's the kind of shot I would do. A long zoom shot with me Nikon V700 camera. Tiny little place to sit on for a rest. This rock here, it just looks like it's been carved before. You put your bum on there. So my time lapse has been going ever since I left the car. This time I've left my DigiPower battery plugged into it. I just set it away by just the battery itself at first when I was parking the car and running the car still, but then I turned the engine off, so then I turned my camera off and then I turned it back on to make sure it's still getting charged up from my DigiPower battery, so I get a long time-lapse video, because I knew I was going to be away from